Go ahead and open it up. Thought we had a good start to the game, good first half. I think they did a good job of adjusting and just tidying everything up in the second half, and offensively couldn't get anything going. The punt fake was the turning point in the game, and defensively just kind of wore out. We've lost a lot of depth, and they had to take a lot of snaps to the offense, couldn't get it going, and so we were 5-17 on third down, and it was because we had a lot of longer yardage, and then those guys were able to tee off and gave up a lot more sacks than what a good team should do. I think a lot of people will look at this and they'll say, fans will look at just results, and as a program we're not about results, we're about the process, and there's a tremendous amount of teachable moments within the film that we're going to watch, and we're going to use this off week to do a good job getting better. As a football team, we played actually better than Eastern Illinois as far as mental mistakes, and we got out physical at some spots and out athleted today, but we got 4 games left, and just going to keep doing what we've been doing since we got here, keep working.
What were some of the adjustments you saw from Eastern Kentucky in the second half?
We, they were kind of playing off, and so we had a lot of run pass options. So instead of running, we throw it out there quick, hit 4 yards. We consider that a run. In the second half, they went ahead and pressed all that up. We tried to throw deep a couple of times, ended up getting sacked. Didn't have the time to protect, didn't have time to throw it, and so our protection failed.
So is that kind of why Paul doesn't end up getting the catch in the second, just because their defense was really getting pressure on them?
Pressure, yeah.
Okay.
We dropped back plenty to it, but they won on that battle for sure.
The run game today, last week struggled a little bit. Even worse today. What can you kind of attribute that to? What do you think?
Good teams.
Yeah.
If we play Eastern Kentucky next week, guess what? We'll struggle. And we played 2 of the top 3 programs, and they're very good in the front 7. Western Kentucky couldn't run very well either.
You mentioned the fake punt. Did you have any thought in your mind that they might try something like that?
Yeah.
What kind of was going through your head at that point?
We put punt block out there, but it was a punt block safe, and we had a guy make a critical error.
What was the error? What did you see break down?
Supposed to contain rush, and so if we hold up the punter, I think it was I'll see it on film, but I think it was a deal where if it was there, he could throw it. If not, he went ahead and punted it, and we didn't have the rush to contain the punter.
All right, pressure in the second half was so much more for Eastern Kentucky than the first half. Could you talk to me about how you prepared for Noah Spence, who was the OVC leader in sacks and tackles for loss, and it was on 2 sacks a day and then 3 tackles for loss back to back?
Well, we don't have any Noah Spences on our team, and so as far as preparing, you can't put anybody there, but we tried to get the ball out quickly, and we're successful in the first half, but in the second half, they tightened coverage, and so we had to hang on the ball a little bit. We had some chip protection, but we just couldn't get it blocked. Plain and simple.
All right, kind of going back to the first half, what led? It seemed like it was a more pass-heavy offense the first drive. You guys scored. Van and Roberts in the first half. What kind do you attribute to having such a pass-heavy offense in the first half?
It was run-pass options, and so it was a called run with the option to throw it out there, and so they're playing off. And that's what I was talking about earlier. And so we throw it out there and get 4 or 5 yards, and it opened up some stuff for us.
All right, and Tremaine McCulley went down in the second half, like holding his shoulder. I think I saw like a brace or something, or padding around his arm in the second. But he kind of, didn't have the running game he probably wanted to today. Was he all right? How did that going down kind of affect maybe the second half?
He's a really, really tough kid. And came back and played, and will be sore, but I expect to not miss him.
All right, and finally for me, you talked about the fake punt being a really big impact on the game, but you know, it seemed like he came out in the second half and had some really big plays. What do you kind of attribute to that?
You know, just they're good. I mean, their quarterback did a good job. A couple of those big plays were scrambles. He got out of a sack and was able to extend plays, and that's how all those happen. And I think we're getting more down because we're out there the whole half.
Again, this week, you know, their tight end who entered with pretty good numbers but had a career day today. What is your thoughts on that? How does that kind of happen? You know, past 2 weeks of tight end, is it something with your
They're
defense?
not related.
What?
One's not related
Okay.
to it.
Well, what did you see today with their
It was the same thing. Most of his catches were off a scramble. It was a delayed sprint out, and you know, Ted's a good player and got open, but it wasn't like, you know, it was just one of those things that happened back to back. The tight end had good games, but I could be wrong when I watch the film, but I'm pretty sure they're not related.
And then you had Paul obviously returning some punts today. I know you had him practice that a little bit the past couple weeks. You know, what do you think of just him doing that today?
I thought he gave us a little spark there. You know, I got to be careful how much you play him, just because you don't want to kill the golden goose that lays the golden eggs. And so, but at the same time, I certainly don't want to leave any plays out there. If he can really affect the game, then we're going to try to do that. And I thought he did that. And so, you know, we'll watch film, but I would anticipate him being our punt returner.
How important is it for this team to have a bye week this coming week? You know, I know you talked about injuries and whatnot. Pretty banged up right now? Or?
Well, all of our, you know, we've had 7 career season-ending injuries, and so we don't get any of those back. But I do think just our bodies physically, it'd be good to get those guys back. We're right in the middle of some midterms and some stuff academically, so they can breathe a little bit. You know, and then you got 4 games left. We just played 2 of the best 3 teams in the conference, so that's where we're at.